going to start this video today shooting this sign. This is one of my favorite baseball players of all time, Dick Allen. The Dick Allen Field in FDR Park. And I wanted to come down here because, in my opinion, you're going to check out one of the most iconic spots in Philly. And here we go. Welcome to Playing in Traffic.
Penetrated to the soul, accessory to a crime so bold, hateful misuse of an art, humiliate was just a start. On YouTube, oh happy day for a dirtbag in every way is a weapon to destroy what they don't understand. Sacrifice on a worldwide stage by a senseless scum of our age. Reverse this ugly trend. Our victim.
They're going to start with the perimeter. 8th FDR Skatepark. I'm going to start with the perimeter of it. Yeah, this place, obviously for skaters. I'm a hack skateboarder. I love skateboarding. This is a great watch point, especially when they have competitions down here. Sober versus wasted. This is a great spot to watch. Like for someone like myself who really loves skateboarding and loves good graffiti, this place here is pretty much like heaven. It's like the best. Like I said, like the perimeter. I don't know if these are the same bowls. I shouldn't say bowl, half pipe. Same half pipe. There used to be a metal one. This is not it. But I remember first coming down here a long time ago. And I'm going to post a picture. I think I still have it sitting around. I got a ton of pictures from down here just from hanging out. And I remember these being like the first time just rocking back and forth with a skateboard. I remember bringing the kids down and having them, you know what I mean, just get a feel for just riding around. But I think it was metal. I think the half pipe was metal at that time. There used to be a massive wooden half pipe here, massive, that I think perished in a fire. I'm not positive though. And one of the really, really great images of FDR is the coffin. This is just the best. Love that. Kind of the back by the train tracks. Let's see if we still got an entry point up here. Looks like we do. This is in, yeah. Yes, sir. It's right here. So none of this would be something that I would skate because I was never that good. But I'll watch this stuff all day. This is, I'm gonna say 4 years old with the circular all around 360. And then, to me, like in true raw FDR style, this is actually, this area here is used to judge sober versus wasted, probably. And they had the thing called Queen of the Park as well. and they'll be up there judging everything. And just look at this view. Look how freaking amazing this is. They'll be up there. If you're down here on a windy day, this thing will be wobbling. I think it's going to wobble regardless, because it's going to wobble regardless just because of the way it's set up. But if it gets windy, forget about it. You're going to be moving and grooving. But yeah, it's a great vantage point, like, because you're, just say you're right here and you get to see everything. And a lot of the action is in here, especially during sober versus wasted. It's in here. Of course, back down by the field, which we'll see that in a second. But yeah, it's epic. Epic. Absolutely epic. And now this can be tied in here. So a drop in here, and you can go ride all the way through. It's just a genius freaking setup. Another small little oval. That's where we came up out of right here. And ride all the way through. Then this area over here is where bands play. Right here. We got a stage here. I'll shoot that from the other side. But that's really cool as well. Music, punk music, hardcore, graffiti, skateboards. There's every day. That could be that's happiness every day of the week, right there. Judging station from behind. That is absolutely, no fear climbing around on that and judging a wind-driven a day with some wind. Oh my goodness. It's winter time. Anytime there's rain, it holds water. The park holds water, so that could really be obviously an issue skating. But man, you get a nice day. Today's going to be pushing close to 40. I love this spot here. This is fairly new. I'm going to say a couple years. But when they were skating this in competition, I know people, it's just madness that somebody was all the way up top, right under 95, which is what this is here. Right under 95. They got to that height. That one I remember watching there was a stream of it at that time, but like I was here twice for Sober vs. Wasted. This wasn't here then. I think this is 2 to 3 years old. I could be, right around that number. I like that trim up there. You gotta like that. Look at that. FDR, I like it. Anyway, yeah, this is a common theme too, like right next to the support beams of 95. You know what I mean? To put that together. A lot of great spots in FDR Park are definitely associated with the support beams of 95. This right here is a pretty good example of it as well. This gets used a lot right here, right up on the edge, right here actually, right there. It's a big spot. Handiwork. The wood up along the support beam, that other side. The other side of that piece that goes up all the way up top. And then they got like a street spot too. This is pretty much almost the equivalent of what Love Park was like, with the which is basically the reason why this area became so big. they were trying to move. I don't know. Look, I don't know the exact contribution the city had other than to say, yeah, maybe you could skate under here. This is all DIY. All this build, the bowls, everything is just people donating their time and volunteering their money and time and skill to put this all together. But this was kind of what was at FDR, like benches that they could grind on. They have a little bit of that down here too. I mean, right now, like if you didn't even want to come down here and you were like, oh, they're gonna push you out of Love Park, you can literally go over to the municipal building because there's people skating there all the time, and that's right next to City Hall and right across the street from Love Park. This right here is just brilliant. Look at this. So any of the events down here, whatever events they have, we have a bar. And this bar serves, you're going to get effed up in this bar, period. Look, we're all ready for biz. The next time somebody comes down, serve right here. That'll be about the lightest thing served out of here, twisted tea. Nar bar. Yep. Nar bar. Out of respect for the dude that's skating in here, I'm not bringing a one wheel in. I'll leave that in the car. But I do want to. The one thing I'm really proud of is being scared of getting hurt, and that's certainly not something you want to be when it comes to skateboarding, because that you're going to really get hurt then. So I think right around when I was 50, I started going, you know what, there's going to be things that I'm doing that I put off for a long time, and one of them was dropping in. I literally never really dropped in from anything. So what I started doing was I would come down a little earlier than this on a weekday, and that's usually the cool thing. There'd be usually like one or two people skating, maybe one or two BMX bikes, and then I would just come down here and skate and learn how to drop in. And back then, this was one of my spots that I would drop in at, and just kind of run this all the way through to the tits right over here, and just ride right through here. I probably should do this on the one wheel. I'm not going to drop in from there though. And then ride right through here, and then down I would go into the pyramid and kind of just ride it out. And I was doing that for about a month, and then I loved every minute of it, because it was something I always wanted to do, and I would just ride it out. There would be points where I drop in here and try to find a line, but here you're kind of going uphill. So if you drop in here, you're going uphill up that way. You're gonna, obviously you can kick and everything to generate speed, but back that way, coming to this direction is down. You ride a lot, for me, riding a nice line there went for a lot longer. So a lot of times I drop in right here and just ride it out. It was great. At the time I was taking care of my father, who was on hospice, in my house. I come down here and skate, and I had already had my left shoulder surgically. I had the rotator cuff surgery probably around when I was 47. And I remember the one day coming up on right behind me here, probably, let me see if I get my hand right about there. Literally the board went into a wheelie, which was like big deal. Then I rode it out, and next thing you know, it went flying out from under me, and I took a freaking nice bump. Right in this vicinity, this is by basically the main entrance of the FDR Park right here. Landed right around here, And I remember the people that I was riding with like, yo, man, you good? And I was like, yeah, I can't feel my left arm. And that was the end of that stint of being down here on the skateboard. Now, of course, I've fallen a bunch of times with the one wheel. And thank God I haven't, you know, haven't had a serious injury yet. Let's just say that. But that definitely, because then I went home, I had no left arm. And it was basically because it got inflamed around the anchors where I had the surgery, I'm sure. And then I ended up just popping some Tylenol. It came back, but I was like, I can't run the risk of frickin' eating it again down here. So that was the end of that little run that I had. Greatest pictures I've seen at FDR is this transition here over this hump. So they'll be in the air, of course. But like if you get them pictures taken from back this way, you know, just seeing people 2-3 feet, maybe higher, I don't even, you know, up in the air with 95 in the background with all this, the great paint that you almost always hear. Man, that's a great spot. I want to act like I know where they enter at. I'm gonna, because it could very well have been from up here. Somebody riding right along here, up top, drop down, bang, up, over, down. I remember the one day, one dude, shout out to, I think the dude's name was Seagull, and they just made up the teams for sober versus weight, and he, you know, they would be freaking shotgun and beers to start, and dude came, dropped in from behind me all the way back there by the judges station, dropped in and just did a run and tried to transition here, which I'm sure he's probably made that a million times. He just didn't make it that day and end up smashing up. I was like, yo, these guys are just freaking soldiers right here. Now, of course, they're young as hell too, but still, I don't think I know he didn't compete that day. They brought him back to the judges stand and poured a bunch of water on his scalp to see where, you know, the cut was and if he needed to go get stitches, which I think he definitely did. Bands will play here. I mean, I've never played here. I've played at FDR. I had never played up there. I would love to do that. Probably too old at this point, and my band's not that popular for that. That being said, yeah, I would love to play there, but it's a great scene when you have this all filled. This all filled with people slamming and jamming and doing whatever the frick makes them happy while the band's playing. Some people skating. Now, I am going to post a picture of when the Heels did play FDR, because when we played here, I feel like this mound right here was there, but I don't, it also could have been renovated from that time. I'm going to post a picture, but the soundboard was up top here, or in the back with a post holding up the wires that ran to the source for the electricity, so people could still skate through here and not be messed up. And the band was here. I got a pretty cool picture of that, and I'll post that. And then I remember, like, you know, people would watch the band from here, they'd watch the band from there, and then people would skate. And I remember we started playing Camera Eye, which is a Heels track. I might even plug that in right here. And a guy came across. I remember them having like a little, I feel like a metal bar or a concrete bar right along here in front of the band. And the guy grinded on that and then ate it. And he was knocked the hell out for a little bit. I was like, that's just exactly what you'd expect to see and experience at FDR. Period.
On YouTube, oh happy day for a dirtbag. In every way is a weapon to destroy what they don't understand. scum of our age. Reverse this ugly trend. Our victory in the end. On YouTube, oh happy day for a dirtbag. In every way is a weapon to destroy what they don't understand. Cursed by the camera on. 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 Penetrating to the soul. Accessory to a crime so bold. Hateful misuse of an art. To humiliate was just a start. On YouTube, oh happy day for a dirtbag. In every way is a weapon to destroy what they don't understand.
So FDR, something I really miss when I moved, and something I'll absolutely come back to and see what kind of progress or add-ons or what the status is. And I highly recommend checking out any of the competitions down here. Actually, going back, maybe I'll put a link in the description of past ones, because they are must-see TV.